What we're going to do here is take a look at the setting of valve travel on a Fisher E-body control valve. We've already done the valve travel adjustment, and that's set by adjusting the coupling between the valve stem and the actuator stem. These two stems come together. The valve stem is smaller than the actuator stem, and the actuator stem is hollow, so one fits inside the other. This clamp, this connector assembly, clamps the two stems together and locks them so they cannot move in relation to each other. So what we did is we had this connector assembly loose, and we were adjusting that relationship between the two stems to set the proper travel length. The proper travel length is set. Fully closed will bring this disc to that bottom mark. Fully open will bring that disc right to the bottom of that black, where it's 100% open. I want to demonstrate that now. So first I'm going to release all the pressure from the valve, and right here you can see where the bottom of the disc is lined up with that mark. Go ahead and bring the camera down, thank you. So right there, that's at 0%. Now I'm going to manually increase the pressure with a hand regulator. We'll watch the valve open. And it opens and opens and then comes to a stop right there. The bottom of the disc is at the bottom of that black, that's 100%. You definitely want to have full travel on your valve. If you have less than full travel, by the stems not being set correctly, one of two things will occur. Either you're not going to be able to open all the way, in which case you can't get full flow through your valve, or you won't be able to close all the way, in which case you can't shut off. Neither condition's good. On the other hand, if you have too much travel, and this is able to go further than the 3/4 of an inch that the engineers have specified, the problem with that, one of the big problems is, a person could actually set the calibration of this valve later so that 0% is right at the right mark, but 100% is above the 100% mark. And the problem with that is, this is an engineered assembly. The engineers have determined that above that 100% mark, that additional travel really isn't doing anything. It's not having a real effect. So you'd be wasting dynamic range on your valve by having the valve go above that. It also messes up with your bench set tension. You want to make sure the valve only strokes a certain amount because that spring has a K factor, a certain number of pounds per inch of displacement, and you want to make sure you're staying within that prescribed engineered range of travel. 3/4 of an inch in the case of this valve. So no amount of pressure should bring me above the 100% mark, and venting the pressure fully should bring me all the way down to 0. If your valve is not properly set up for that travel, you will likely have problems.